Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I am going to be unboxing probably one of the most anticipated kits of this year, and as its style says, we are going to be unboxing the Strike Freedom MGEX. I think I put it the other way around, but I think I'm supposed to put it like this. There you go. Here is the box. Yes, I've been waiting for this for a long time. I actually missed out on the drop when it first came out here, and I finally got it. Despite some crazy dents here and there on the box, there is another dent down here too. It arrived safely, and I've already checked everything, so it's all good. And yeah, it's finally here. I would say this is probably the most anticipated and one of the coolest kits I'm probably gonna have in my collection so far. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get straight into the unboxing portion. So yep, let's just crack this open real quick. And as I said before, I actually already opened this, so I kind of did already check it before. So here's the manual you get. Actually, funny enough, this is the first Master Grade I'm going to be doing this channel, and it's going to be the Master Grade Extreme. So yeah, we're already taking it to the Extreme for our first Master Grade in this channel. So yeah, let's just put this aside for a while, and let's check out the order packs. I'm going to put it aside first, and I'm going to take it one by one so I can show you guys much easier of what's in here. So the first thing that struck my eye is this. This is an effect part for the shield, the beam shield. So you actually got two for this. I am not sure what's the other one for. So let's maybe take a look real quick in the manual. So yeah, I expected it to be only one, but I don't know why you get two for. What's the other one for? So yeah, let's just take a look real quick here in the manual. I'm guessing it's just for added depths or something, but I'm not too sure actually. So let's just check. No, it's just an extra piece. So yeah, that's actually kind of interesting. Seems like you get a base as well here. Might as well just do it the other way around so you guys can see. Yeah, we have a base here, so that's pretty nice. And yeah, and they actually put the runners here, the runner list and start, so that's a nice touch as well. I know not all Master Grades do that, but I know most seat Master Grades do that, so that's pretty cool. And as you can see right here, you can see the assortment of gold-plated frames here. You can see each of them. We have the copper gold, we have the white gold, we have the yellow gold, the two types of metallic parts colors, and the etching parts. So that's pretty cool. And it seems like the construction of this kit seems like it's close to the Master PG Unleashed. So yeah, here it is. You have you can make the frame, you're gonna make the backpack, and you're gonna have all of the armor piece and as well as the weapons. So that's kind of interesting. I have never built a kit with that style of building technique before, so that's kind of interesting. So yeah, I guess that's it for the manual. I'm just gonna put it aside for a while. I'll just put it right there. So let's see our first sheet of runner here. This is the runner B. I'm not gonna take it out of the plastic. This is just for refund issues, just in case I have missing parts and stuff like that. Because always check your parts again. I've always been saying this in my channel. Always check your parts because I have experience of missing parts and stuff like that. So yeah, always check it before buying stuff. So yeah, here's our first runner. This is the B runner. It seems like this is the gold-plated. What is it? Yeah, it's just gold-plated, I guess. Alright. It's really nice. Let's see. Everything's brand new here. I don't think there's any reused items except for probably the beam sabers. So yeah, from what I can see, this gold is quite different from any of the golds, at least from what I've seen. So far I've seen the Hyakushiki's gold. It's quite different from this. This is more like yellowish gold. So that's kind of nice. I'm not too sure about the Fenix though. It might be similar finish, but it doesn't seem like it's similar to the Fenix, because the Fenix has like a way reflective gold here, but this seems like it's more subtle and it's nicer actually. I would say this is quite nice. So that's our first pack of runners. I'm just gonna put it right there. Here's our second pack of runners. It's quite a hefty runner. This is runner E1 and E2. This is the white piece. Seems like the plastic is quite standard. It's pretty nice, pretty smooth, just like how all white pieces used is in most of the kits. So yeah, quite standard, nothing much. We have the headpiece, we have some what is this? Is it a weapon piece? It seems like it's a weapon piece. We have some leg piece, leg armors, and stuff like that. So yeah, that's runner E1 and E2 for you. Next we got the runner C. Actually, I think this might be the copper gold, I think. Yeah, actually this looks really nice. It's not injected looking, so it's nice. The finish is really nice. I don't think the camera captures it really well. But so far, it's really good. I'm really liking this shade of gold. Kind of nice variety there. Next here we have another runner. We have runner D. And the last runner was runner C, by the way. I think I forgot to mention it. This has similar, I would say, yeah, I think it's similar to the first one, right? Let me just put it side to side again. Here it is. Here's the first one, runner B. And here's the next one. We have runner D. Actually, I think it's a bit different. Yeah, this one's way more shiny. The first one is more shiny. But this one seems like a more subtle gold. It's really nice. This is runner D for you, if you guys are wondering. So yeah, that's just runner D. Next, we have an interesting part. And here it is. Which runner is this? This is runner G. I think this is the... Okay, this is the first injected molded sheet of bag here of runners. We got our water slides here. Always loving the water slides. Hopefully, my experiences with water slides are pretty 50-50. I have like really good experiences with water slides, and sometimes the water slides are really fragile and you have to pay attention to it. So yeah, hopefully this is the case where it's actually pretty good, because I had some good experiences with water slides as well, such as the Sinanju, and yeah, it went really well. So yeah, I hope it's like that. So okay, next bag of runners we have here is runner I1. This is the blue parts. I'm guessing the other one is I2. So yeah, it seems like the blue parts is mostly on the wings, the foot, and probably some gun pieces. So yeah, I guess that's it for this runner. Next we have an interesting part. Okay, this is our first black runner. This is runner F1 for the black runner and runner J2 for the white runner. Just more pieces again. Here we have quite an interesting part here. We got the movable, posable fingers here. It's more like the... I don't think this is like the old style master grade hands, but I feel like it's more like a perfect grade RG style hands. So that's that. We have a multicolored one here. There's some fixed pose hands here. I can see there's some clear parts, and there is this. This is the plastic stickers. Actually, kind of new. I don't think I've built any kits with a plastic sticker, so that's going to be interesting. I'm going to talk about it also in the review. So yeah. Oh, this is runner A, by the way, and this is let's mention which runner this is. This is just the R part, so it's quite easy to identify. Next, we have our bluish gray part, and also some red parts here, and the SB beam saber. Pretty sure, I think so far that's the only reused part here, and the rest is just labeled MGEX. So that's nice to see. It doesn't share any part with the older Master Grade Strike Freedom, so that's pretty cool. We got the gray part and the red part. The gray part is K1 and the red part is L2. Okay, moving on. Let's just get this out of the way first, because this one's pretty obvious. We have our action base here. It's action base. Which action base is this? I'm not too sure which action base is. I don't really remember the numbers, but this one's the big one. So yeah, it's nice. It's pretty suitable for the MGEX Freedom. If I remember correctly, this appeared in like some kits, probably like something like the Avalanche Exia or even the MG Wing Zero Custom EW, I think. Yeah, I think it included this and something like a Justice Gundam. My camera won't focus. Let's just give it some time. So yeah, that's just that. And yeah, moving on, we got another huge runner. This runner is runner H1 for the black part, and runner J1 for an off-white colored grayish part here, you can see. And yeah, this is more wing binders and stuff like that. Really nice coloring. I hope this feels nice too. I'm gonna open it later off camera, because I need to check all the parts first and make sure everything is here. We got more black parts here. This is runner, let's see. Can't seem to find it. Might be blind. We got the black H2 and let's see, F2 for the gray one. So yeah, two more runners here. And I'm just gonna put it here first. Sorry, I accidentally hit the stop recording button, so technical difficulties here. Yeah, and here's the last pack. It's K2, and I'm guessing that's the L runner. Yeah, that's L1. And yeah, I guess that's about it. Actually, it's not that much. It's not that much runners here. Actually, I would say this is like standard Master Grade size. It wasn't like the MGEX Unicorn where there's like so much parts. It's kind of overwhelming. So I reckon I can finish this in like around 5 hours ish. And lastly, we have this one. This is quite interesting. We got a multi-stand. This is something I've been wanting to have, but like never got to buy. So this being included for free is pretty nice. So let's just try to assemble this. I think you just crack open this part. let's see what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to fold it in some parts. You're supposed to make it into a triangle. So let's just see. Oh, okay, there's little bigger folds here. Just fold it like this. Fold the other part like this. And I'm guessing this just slots in right there. It's actually quite a nice addition. I'm actually quite surprised Bandai included this. It's pretty cool. Pretty simple. I like it. Let's just pop that in real quick. The last part. Okay, there you go. You got a triangular stand here. That's a nice touch from Bandai. You can have 4 slots here. And let's just go back to the manual again. Let's see if this could hold everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, you can get 6 runners here, and you can have like 2 runners in like 2 slots and an extra 2 runners here. So that's pretty nice actually. Going to be useful. We're gonna be seeing. I'm gonna tell you guys how this ends up being useful or not at the end of the review. So stay tuned for that. I guess that's all for the unboxing portion of this kit. I'm going to check the runners and everything, and hopefully nothing is missing in this kit, so I can just start building it right now. And I guess that's it for this unboxing portion. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing portion, and I will see you later in the building portion and the reviewing portion. So I'll see you later. Bye bye. Okay, I'm sorry I had to cut the time lapse short, but here is the frame. So I'm going to give you guys a quick review of the frame first before I complete basically 2/3 of the portion of the build left. So far I'm really enjoying this. As you can see, this is the frame. I would say the detail is pretty good. So far, I've heard some people saying about how the injected plastic was was going to be a concern, but so far from what I've seen, it's not really that big of a concern. But we'll see how it looks after all of the other parts are placed. So I know the camera can't pick up the frame that well here, but so far my minor gripes is the hands. I felt like the hands were supposed to be plated gold. I don't know if that's possible or not, but I wish it was. Because if it was, it would look way nicer than the injected molded hands here. So I would say that's my minor gripe so far. And second of all, I would say if you're building this for your first time and this is your first time working on edge parts, like me, so far, this is my first time actually using edge parts here in a kit. So yeah, that's something to look out for, because when you're opening this sheet right here, I have it right here. Here's a sheet of edge parts here. You have to be careful while opening it because it can flung literally in all directions. So that's something to watch out for. And also watch some tutorials. I recommend watching some tutorials on working on an edge part before you actually work on an edge part. Also read the manual. There's some stuff in the manual. So yeah, that's all so far for the stuff that I can think of on the top of my head. So maybe in this portion of the review, we can start reviewing about the articulation first. I'm going to make a comparison about the articulation when it's in its frame. I'm still going to do it when it has armor on. So yeah, you guys are going to see best of both worlds. Okay, so let's just start first from the head up down below. So yeah, the head so far, it has a pretty good tilt upwards right here. Really nice. There's a good amount of tilt downwards too. Of course, it can go side to side really well. So there are absolutely no problems in the head articulation so far. And for the cockpit, you just pull it down like that, and you should see the pile figure down there. Moving on, next we have the side to side in the armor. I remember there's a gimmick about it when I'm building it, so you can just like slide it over like this. There's some crunch here on the side. You can see that the armor parts move around with it, so that's a pretty nice gimmick. For the crunch down, it's quite interesting. It feels like the joint is usually where you would have an ab crunch is like down here, like literally in the abs. But here, I would say the pivot is around the chest here, right above the chest here. This is where the pivot is, so that's pretty interesting. Not much though, but it's something. If you can see here on the side, there is a pin right here which moves up and down. That's the point of rotation there for the chest unit. So that's not bad actually. That's quite good, judging that there's something here that's restricting its movements. But yeah, that's pretty good. As for arms, it could go all the way as usual. The bend, I know people are gonna be interested in this one. It would be the bend. It could do the bend really well. So no complaints at all. For the side skirts, there are no side skirts, but I'm pretty sure you're gonna have the weapon later, so that's probably gonna be later on. So we can just check the back skirts first. Back skirt can go up this much. I'm pretty sure you can't push it up further than this. So this as much as you're gonna get, which is not bad. I don't think it hinders this that much, because I don't think you're gonna pose it like this anyways. So that's fine. For the front skirts, it could go way up. It could go way up to this point, so that's pretty good. Which means that we can get lots of upward motion for the legs, which is pretty good. So yeah, front skirts and back skirts are pretty good, though the back skirts couldn't move that much. So it's fine though. I think that's pretty good. So moving on, we're gonna go to the leg articulation. We can just see, can go up this way, this far. That's a solid 90 degrees right there. Gonna go backwards, not that much for backwards here. So you can see, let me just get the orientation correct real quick. Yeah, there's not much to it. And the bend at the knees right here, we got 3 armor separation here. We got the armor down here, we got the armor in the middle, and the top right here. So far, not as crazy as the Wing Zero EW workout, because I remember the bend on the knee was really good on that kit. But nonetheless, that's still really good. Right here we have the foot. The foot goes up this much. That's pretty good. It goes down this much, which is also pretty good. I don't think you can bend it down pointy down like the Wing Zero again. I'm gonna use the Wing Zero as a comparison because that was an amazing kit, leg wise, articulation wise. So I would say this is probably enough for the Strike Freedom. It's not that bad. It's not that amazing either. But it's good enough, I would say. And this part just popped off. So yeah, I guess that's it for all of the articulation. The hands, I only have the fixed pose hands right now on me. I haven't built the open hands, so we can take a look at that again in the full review after I get everything done. So yeah, I guess that's all for the frame. I'm really enjoying the colored stickers. The edge parts are also pretty good so far, and yeah, I'm quite enjoying the kit so far. It's pretty rigid, you can see. Of course, as expected from an MGEX, if it's not as solid as this, it'll be quite questionable. So yeah, that's my take on the frame. Here comes the time lapse again. I'll see you in a full build. Okay, welcome back for the third time, and this time I have finished building all of the Strike Freedom. So you can see right here, we got everything that you get from this set. And I would say there are some things that I would say it's really good, and some things that I would say it's quite mid. So first of all, I'm just gonna get the mid part away first. So why I think this set is mid for some parts is that it's quite, for an MGEX at this price point, it's quite questionable whether or not is the price worth it or not. So if you got money to spend, this is 100% worth it. But if you're on a tight budget, this is quite, I would say, I wouldn't say it's underwhelming, but it could be better. There could be more other suits that could be an MGEX, such as a Zeta. That's totally not biased, by the way. But I think there are some other mobile suits that will be better than the Strike Freedom to get an MGEX. And I say that it's a bit mid for it being an MGEX, because the only thing that's that's extreme about it is the plating, and the gold for some parts are quite meh, and some parts are actually quite really good. So yeah, does it justify the 15k plus yen, if I'm mistaken, the really expensive, absurd price for this. I would say for the most part, yes, it is quite worth it, but if you think of it again as a model kit itself, it's quite normal, I would say. There's nothing too amazing. But however, I would comment one thing that's really good about this kit is how solid this kit is. This for a Freedom kit is really good. Judging I've built the other Freedom, just the normal Freedom, not the Strike Freedom. There are so much problems with the normal Freedom, such as the hips breaking apart once in a while if you're unlucky with it and stuff like that. But there is absolutely no problem with this. But however, I would say some weak points would be still around the waist, around this part, I guess. But yeah, as long as you're careful with it, it's fine. So the first question that you guys might ask is, what's the difference between the articulation of this and the frame? So I would say for the most part, it's quite the same. Like the bend on the arm is still really good. The bend on the leg is still mostly really good. Of course, there's some parts that are blocked by the armor, but that's not that much, I guess. But however, there's some gimmicks that we're gonna talk about right now. So first of all, going from the head down again, as usual, the first gimmick that you're gonna get here is the shoulder gimmicks. The shoulder can flip up like this, which reveals some gold parts underneath it, and you can move around the thrusters like this. Let me just real quick. I don't think you can actually. Never mind. I think that's a different thruster. So I'm just gonna take it back. And this flaps. You got some flaps here, which can open up and down as usual. That's pretty nice. The other shoulder can also flap open like that. And yeah, seems like there's supposed to be a point of articulation on the thing, but I'm not gonna mess around with it too much. Yeah, but overall that's pretty nice. Here you got the, I think you can move this, but it was movable when you're building it, but let's see if it's still movable. It seems like it is. Yeah, there you go. So this thing could flip out. Oh, okay, it exactly popped everything out. But as you can see, there's a system, there's a gimmick here for it to pop out, which is for the shield, I'm pretty sure, even though I haven't tried. So yeah, that's for the shield, where you just, pretty sure you stick it like this and then you cover it with the other piece, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, I'm gonna do it later maybe after I take a look at the manual. So yeah, that's the arms. Next we have the railguns. The railguns flip out just like this. You can flip it out like this, no problems whatsoever. I would say the thing that my major gripe with the old Freedom, or just the Freedom in general, I'm just gonna take this off for a while, is the railgun's pretty weak. I would say it's not that good on the Freedom, at least from what I've built. And yeah, and also flip out like this to expose more gold. But yeah, what I would complain, this is not even a complaint about this kit, but about the Freedom, was the railgun. I didn't really like the railgun, but they made it pretty nice here, so that's pretty cool. You can fold it down like this, and that's to the extent of what you can do. You can also spin the beam saber holder here. So my camera will focus. Yep, there you go. Yeah, you can spin that around, and yeah, overall it's pretty nice. Next up, we're gonna talk also about the side skirts. Let me just open the beam sabers because it's prone to popping off a lot, which is not a surprise for a really tiny big hole here. So for the gimmick, I really like this gimmick, but you know what? Before we do that, let's just do something else first. Let's just check this articulation on the side skirts. So the side skirts, if you pull this part, the gray piece up, oh, something just popped off. I'm pretty sure it's for the knee armor, but let's just fix it later. If you pull this out, as you can see, everything pops out. That's pretty cool. That's a nice gimmick. You can do it for both left and right sides. The next gimmick here, we have the back skirts. Also, if you pull the more grayish colored side skirt, not side skirt, back skirt, it also pulls out to reveal more gold. That's pretty cool. That's really nice. I really enjoyed that gimmick. Next is the really cool gimmick that I think was pretty smart. Right here in the waist, the waist drops down like this. You can pull it down until you hear a click. After you click it, you try your best to flip the outer piece. Let me just move away his arms first. So you try. I usually just take the railguns off first, just to make the transformation a bit easier. So what you do is you just take the copper piece here, the copper colored piece, pull it back this way, You do want the same thing for the other side. If I can flip it again. Yep, you can do it like that. As you can see, both of the circular peg holes here, the holder, it can flip back, which the railgun will plug again later. And then there's this whole piece here, attachment part. You flip it down here, so the position of the hole in the side skirt here would be the new place instead of the ball joint back here. So now you have a hole here, which will be for holding the beam rifles. Let me just see which beam rifles which. I'm pretty sure if you pull this one out, if there's a scope, that's the right one. Yep, okay, this one's the right one. So you just take this, you flip down the handle here, and you take the gun here, and you plug it straight into the side skirt. So where the old railguns were, it could be a place to store your beam rifles. So that's pretty cool. If I can remember correctly, I didn't remember this gimmick from the old high-grade Strike Freedom, but I might be wrong, because that's the only variant of the Strike Freedom that I've made. I have never made the perfect grade or even the older Master Grade Strike Freedom. The reason why I didn't make the older Strike Freedom was because this Strike Freedom was coming out. So hold up, this piece is not attaching again. Let me just figure out how to attach this again. Give me some time. Seems like I have to put this apart first. Okay, let's see how I can fix this. I think you can just pop this off or not. Okay, let's just leave it like that first for a while. There's some parts falling off, which is actually it's not the kid's fault. It's just I think it's more to my fault. So yeah, let's see. This is the this is correct. It's supposed to be here. Let's just plug it real quick. I'm trying to not break this kit because this kit was expensive. So give me some time. There we go. Snap one. And snap. Wait. Snap two. Go on, snap. Okay. Okay, it has snapped. So now the railguns is becoming the back skirts. That's pretty cool. Yep. I guess that's all for this part. Is there anything else? I would say, oh, yeah, there's some thrusters here where you can pull back. Everything pulls out, which is pretty cool. It was a bit annoying to put this together, but I got it in the end. More thruster bits here. I would say I'm more impressed with all of the armors on, because I said that the leg part was quite underwhelming compared to something like the Wing Zero, but overall I think this is very detailed. The most tiring part is this sticker sheet, especially small ones, where you have to put it in small places. I don't particularly enjoy that. So yeah, I guess that's all for the main mobile suit. I don't think there's anything else to say about it. And let's just get straight into this, the wing minders. As usual with kits with heavy backpacks, it's quite impossible for this kit to stand on its own unless you put like some blue tacks, I guess. Something like this. Those sticky tacks, yeah, that you can put on the bottom of the foot to make it stronger. That's something you could do. And yeah, here is the base attachment here. So there's something cool about this base attachment, but I'm trying to figure out how to take this off. Maybe it's a good idea to just take off the wings first, just in case, so that I don't break it. So let's try to get this off first. It's pretty cool. Oh, there you go. Here it is. Here in the bottom, this is the bottom of the backpack, I'm pretty sure. What you can do here is you pull it off like this, you put it backwards. That's a gimmick right there, and it becomes a hole here. And in the hole, you have this peg here. This connects to the bottom of this. So you just slide it in like that. If I can slide it in. Making sure that this is the correct orientation so I don't do it wrong. Let's just see. Oh, I think it's not open as much as it should be. There you go. Oh, okay, you have to pull it back until you hear a click. Let me see how you're supposed to do this. Okay, so the connection point should be at the back. So this is how you're supposed to connect it. Bang. Okay, there you go. Now this connection point connects to the action base that you get here on the edge right here. It's a square. So the peg goes in the square like this. And you should get something like this. It attaches right there. So later on, this connection point will connect to the Strike Freedom, and yeah, and everything just goes into place. So while we're at it, let's just do that real quick. Let's connect everything into the kit. Okay, this is It's falling apart a bit, so push it back again. I think it's because I was wiggling it pretty hard. Okay, let's push it back again. Alright, it's stuck onto it, and let's just put it into the strike freedom. And there. Now we have our strike freedom on the base. It's looking pretty nice. It's just missing the arms, but yeah, maybe let's just get into the arms real quick. So I'm just gonna move this aside. So here you get how many pairs is this? This is, I'm pretty sure, like 4 pairs. Yep, this is 4 pairs of hands. So what you get here is a pair of closed fist hands. You get a pair of these, what do you call it? Finger perfect rate styled arms right here, which is quite rare these days, but it's nice that it's included. It's a good touch for the Master Grade Extreme line. We got the 2 trigger fingers for the blasters, and we got 2 widespread open fingers. And next we also have the 2 beam sabers that I opened earlier, and we have 2 of these beam sabers, and the beam shield effects. I really like the beam shield effects. It's quite nice. It's quite sparkly. I don't know why you get 2. I'm guessing so you can dual wield the shields. I don't know why you would do that, but it might look cool to you. So yeah, that is possible because you get 2. So yeah, I guess that's all for the main review of the kit. I would say there's some nice touches that Bandai did, such as this. This was pretty useful in my build. I said that I'm gonna talk about this at the end of the video, at the review portion, and yes, I do think this is really useful. I think it would be even more useful if it was for a high grade kit, but it's nice that they included this and you can use this again for further use. So lastly, some comments that I want to have on the manual. There's some pretty cool aspects that I noticed while building this. So right here at the start, as you can see, they included some parts here, parts list, which is not too surprising. I'm pretty sure like the other kits like 00 and stuff like that, they also do this. That's pretty cool. But in all of the details here, they mention which part is it, which color is it, like metallic gray, white gold, and then like the clear yellow or something like that. So that's pretty cool. They actually mention it for each and every part of it, so it's quite easy to find it, and you don't have to memorize all of the runner names. So that's a nice touch. It's quite simple, and it's a very niche thing. But after a while of building Gunpla, that's actually quite really useful. So I really enjoyed that, and let me find another cool example right here. So another cool example here is this one. This is the symbol where it says that all the parts on the L1 runner have been removed. So it's a good idea just to reduce the clutter in your table, and you can just like get rid of the runner and just put it somewhere else. So for example, I usually take the top part of the Gunpla box and the bottom part. So I use the bottom part for the runners, and I use the top part for like the trash and everything that I've already finished using. So that's actually quite really useful, that it tells you when the runners has been finished, when it's finished being used. And another thing that I would say why this is quite useful is when you, for example, you missed a step in the manual. It will be really nice and to know that you're supposed to have everything cut off the runner, and it's nice to know that you're done with everything there. So if you see something in your runner, it means that you missed a step somewhere. So it's a good reminder here to have this, even though I didn't have the experience at all, and it's still quite useful. I still think it's a really nice touch from Bandai. So yeah, I guess that covers everything for this Strike Freedom MGEX. I really enjoyed this kit, but is this kit for you? The real question is the price. If you can afford the MGEX Strike Freedom, I would say go for it 100%. If you're a fan of Seed, you should definitely go for this. This is such an awesome kit. I really enjoyed the build of it. Even though I say it's mid, you know what? You can just ignore that. That's just my opinion because I've been building Gunpla for a long time at this point. I've already made basically hundreds of kits, and I feel like this is just quite a standard experience. Unlike the Unicorn. The Unicorn was a really different experience for me. It was a really challenging one, and that's quite interesting for me. And yeah, the build was nothing that much new, But the end result here that you have here is the best possible strike beam you could ever get right now. So yeah, I think Bandai executed this perfectly, and it's nice. It's just a price point, but I don't think they can do anything much with the price point. You don't get any other spare parts in the MGEX because everything is brand new. But then again, we have to keep in mind the coating and stuff like that. So the price in the end is quite reasonable if you think about it. So yeah, I guess that's all for today's review and my first Master Grade review on the channel. If you like this video, like the video. If you dislike, then you can dislike. You can also subscribe to this video, to this channel. You can subscribe to this channel so you don't miss any other Gunpla reviews if I do more in the foreseeable future, because it's been really tight right now with my schedule and everything. So yeah, this is the first model kit I did in like a month. So yeah. I guess stay tuned. I might do the Dilanzas next because I have it in my backlog and I really want to review it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I hope you enjoy this. Check out other videos if you want to. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. Goodbye.